chose to do my speech on Dolly Parton. Now, Dolly Parton is mostly well known for her country music, her big hair, her flashy clothes. But she has done so much more with her career and with her life than just make music. Dolly Parton was born in 1946 in Sever County, Tennessee. She is the fourth out of 12 siblings, and that's a lot of siblings. So she grew up in a very poor house, and she lived in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. So no easy way in, no easy way out, basically in the middle of nowhere. But Dolly Parton was fortunate enough to be able to go to both school and church. And her faith is also something that she's very able to speak about through interviews, and also something that shines through some of her music. Dolly Parton is also very big about family. She speaks a lot about how much her dad and her mom have both influenced her in her career. Both sides of her family were big musicians. Her mom is actually the one who taught her how to sing, and her uncle taught her how to play the guitar. So her music career really started when she was really little. She would sing on the front porch of her farmhouse to all her animals, or at least the ones who would listen. And her uncle, Bill Owens, took notice of her passion about music and took her different places so she could sing. And in 1967, she released her first album titled Hello, I'm Dolly. And shortly after, she was invited onto the Porter Wagoner Show, which is actually what helped take off her career outside of Tennessee. And that information can be found on dollyparton.com. Over the years, Parton has had 49 Grammy nominations, 9 wins for singer-songwriter. She's been nominated for 2 Oscars, 3 Emmys, and a Tony. And that information can be found on USA Today. And that's just a brief overview of her music career. She has done so much more than just make music to impact the world. The impact she's had on her society, specifically Sever County, where she grew up. In 1945, Dolly Parton opened the theme park Dollywood. And in an interview last year, the mayor of Sever County, Larry Waters, is quoted saying, "She's had more positive impact on our area than any one person in this county. Over her entire career, she's been an advocate for our area. She's shown love for the people of this area and has promoted it like no other person." Overall, Dolly's direct and indirect impact has brought $1.8 billion to the region, 23,000 jobs, and brings around 3 million visitors to East Tennessee every year. And that information can be found on Wait.com, which is a local news station in East Tennessee. Dolly Parton is very proud of where she came from. She's proud to be from the country. But she also wanted to be able to give her community a boost so where people could make a living and become more than just a bunch of mountains. Now, one of my favorite things that Dolly Parton has done is that she's established the Dollywood Foundation in 1988. The Dollywood Foundation is an establishment with the goal of achieving educational success with kids in Parton's home county. And Parton's first step towards achieving educational success was with the Buddy program. Parton planned to reduce the dropout rate in Sever County. She asked every 7th and 8th grader student to buddy up with another student, promising them $500 in cash after they both graduated. The high school's dropout rate declined from 35% to 6%. And later, Parton also offered small scholarships to those who wanted to attend a nearby college. And that information can be found on yardbarker.com, which is an entertainment website. Dolly Parton wanted to help give kids an opportunity to have a good education and be able to pursue their goals in life by offering them a chance to graduate from high school and a chance to go to college. And in 1995, Parton created a nonprofit organization titled the Imagination Library. The program started in Sever County, and its plan was to just mail out books to kids from the time they were born to the time they are 5 years old every month. And she did this so that way kids could be able to have their own book and be inspired to learn to read even before they started school. The program started in 1995 just in Sever County, but went national in the year 2000, had distributed 1 million books in 2003, included Canada in 2006, the UK in 2007, Australia in 2013, and the Republic of Ireland in 2019. And she was inspired, thank goodness, and she was inspired to do all of this by her dad, who never learned how to read or write, which is just one of the saddest things I can really ever hear as someone who's never learned how to read. But Parton took that instance and used it to inspire her to help kids be able to learn how to read and experience all these different stories so that they could create their own dreams to shoot for. That's one of my favorite things that she's really done. It also helped me pick her to be my candidate for the Iowa Hall of Fame. But another reason I think she should be voted in is that Parton is also a very effective communicator. She's been able to communicate so many things through her music, not only her faith, but she's also been able to create songs that people feel seen by and are able to reach out and connect emotion with, which I think is one of the most beautiful things. Music is one of the hardest and most beautiful ways to communicate, and I think if you're able to create a song where people feel seen by that, I think it's very admirable. Parton is also a very effective and confident speaker. You can find interviews of her as far back as the 70s, leading all the way up to her being on TV last December. And she is still just as confident in who she is and what she's saying, even as far back as the 70s. She doesn't really care about the bad things that people have to say about her because she's so confident in who she is as a person and how what she's doing is the right thing. And I think that is very admirable. Another thing that I think is really cool about her is that she just turned 76 last month and she's still kicking. Her last album came out last year in December as a Christmas album, and she's still out there trying to make a difference in the world. I hope that when I'm that old, I'm still kicking and able to make a difference. Thank you.